The esteemed Arab scholar Ibn Khaldun theorized that in history the prestige of a dynasty lasts for 4 generations. Here is an extract from his book Al-Muqaddimah, explaining in his own words the 4-generation theory. The builder of the family's glory knows what it costs him to do the work, and he keeps the qualities that created his glory and made it to last. The son who comes after him had personal contact with his father and thus learned those things from him. However, he is inferior to him in this respect, inasmuch as a person who learns things through study is inferior to a person who knows them from practical application. The 3rd generation must be content with imitation and, in particular, with reliance upon tradition. This member is inferior to him of the 2nd generation, inasmuch as a person who relies upon tradition is inferior to a person who exercises independent judgment. The 4th generation, then, is inferior to the preceding ones in every respect. Its members have lost the qualities that preserved the edifice of its glory. He despises those qualities. He imagines that the edifice was not built through application and effort. He thinks that it was something due his people from the very beginning by virtue of the mere fact of their descent, and not something that resulted from group effort and individual qualities. For he sees the great respect in which he is held by the people, but he does not know how that respect originated and what the reason for it was. He imagines that it is due to his descent and nothing else. He keeps away from those in whose group feeling he shares, thinking that he is better than they. He trusts that they will obey him because he was brought up to take their obedience for granted, and he does not know the qualities that made obedience necessary. Such qualities are humility in dealing with such men and respect for their feelings. Therefore, he considers them despicable, and they in turn revolt against him and despise him. They transfer leadership from him and his direct lineage to some other related branch in obedience to their group feeling after they have convinced themselves that the qualities of the new leader are satisfactory to them. His family then grows, whereas the family of the original leader decays and the edifice of his house collapses. Ibn Khaldun notes that there are of course exceptions to this rule. Sometimes the dynasty collapses before the 4th generation and sometimes exceeds into the 5th or 6th in their decline. He states that this affects every dynasty. It just goes to show Ibn Khaldun's ideas are just as relevant today as they were in the world of the 14th century.